Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. I'm a lover of beauty and makeup. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below. If you are interested in this look, make sure to check out the previous video, look number 2, with the Cosmic Beauty Gothic palette. And today I actually want to rank my Unearthly palettes. I do not own all the palettes from Unearthly Cosmetics. I am interested in picking up one of the new ones, but I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. I have a lot of stuff in my collection to get through, and I want to make sure to show love to the stuff I already have. But to rank what I do have, we will start off with the Lure palette as my number 1. And here are the colors. So originally, I used to not like smaller palettes. I didn't want anything smaller than a 12 pan. And this palette right here is what made me fall in love with 9 pans. Do I think I'd like anything smaller than a 9 pan? Probably not. Next is one of their new releases. It was the Valentine's Day Thinking of You. And this is the color story. I do love neutrals and greens, oranges, browns, so that you'll kind of see that pattern in my top favorites. Then I also do really love pastels and colorful looks as well. So next I have the Sorcerer's Smoke palette. It's very green and neutral. One of the palettes that I want is the High Temp palette. And I want to say there's another one besides Murky Meadows. I really want to pick those two up, but I'm just holding off a little bit. Hopefully they'll still be available when I come around to doing it. My next is Spring Magic. I really enjoyed the look I made with this. I did kind of a pink and blue cotton candy look. I think it is a perfect palette for spring, and I am getting a lot of use out of it. Next is the Don't Be Jelly. I really enjoyed the look I made with this. I believe I used this green and purple together, and I think this color story just goes really well together, even though you wouldn't think that by just initially looking at it. Next is the Unearthly Gargoyle, which was one of the Halloween releases, I want to say. And here is that color story. If you want more detailed videos on these palettes, make sure to check out my playlist for Unearthly. More than likely there's a video. If not, make sure to leave a comment and request it. Next is the Devour palette. So it has these 3 like iridescent duochromes, greens and browns. And I really love their cover art. I think they are so creative. And then I have Dreamer Volume 1. I'm excited to see if they come out with a Volume 2, if that's why they have it labeled as Volume 1. Now, this is on the lower end because it is cooler tones, and I don't feel like cool tones necessarily look well or good on my complexion and my undertone. And then there's pinks, and then there's some neutrals, so I'm not getting as much use out of this palette as I would hope. And then we have the Unearthly Not Normal. Again, amazing artwork. And then this is the color story. These are some quite large palettes. They have a variety. They have 9 pans, 12 pans, and then I want to say these are 20. I might be wrong. 18, sorry. But here's that color story. This is very muted and grungy. I had a little bit of trouble with the formula. I know this was redone. This is not like an original. This was redone. I just struggled with it a little bit. I'm gonna keep playing with it just to see. Hopefully it's just something that I did on my part, and hopefully I'll end up loving it a little bit more. Next is the Unearthly Cosmetics Leather and Lace. This is towards the bottom, not because there's anything wrong with it. It does have a little bit harder formula to work with, but it is more like neutral. It's set up in a way that's extremely easy to use. It's one of their smaller palettes. It's just not as interesting as all the other ones. I would say is why I have it quite low. And then my bottom palette is the Dead of Night. I used this more than once and I had issues with it. I don't know if it was something that I did, but here's the color story. It does have lighter colors and dark colors. I don't know if it's maybe a mid-tone that it was missing, or again, if it was something that I did that made it not work well. So I know down the road, after I get through more of my palettes, I'm gonna do like a chopping block where I do like a no pan left behind on the palettes that I would be considering decluttering at the end of the year. And this will be a part of that, along with some other palettes that I've chosen. But that is all of my Unearthly at this point. If you have some favorites or least favorites, leave me a comment, let me know. Let me know why you like or dislike, or maybe some ways that you have found that they work better than others. I know not all formulas work the same. So if you have any insights, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.